story on the front page of the local newspaper about a Klan rally or something along those lines. The Klan, or that particular group, does get a member or two. On the other hand, 99.9% people who read about them are essentially inoculated against them. I think it's a vastly common.
We have poor, savage, racist white Americans too dumb to know Christ is an African born in Ethiopia and not their German devil Cesare Borgia, homosexual son of Pope Leo X, the false Jesus Christ, the Romans and the aliens created. The albino reptilians created their Aryan offsprings from the rhesus and gibbons monkeys. But then again, so what? Humanoids do exist in this universe. It's just that they don't have souls. These ones are warlike and disagreeable due to their alpha draconian reptilian DNA.
There are some people who think that if Barack Obama is reelected, the storm, something they call the storm, is going to come.
It's always going to happen.
What's the storm?
I fear it. War. And he's going to start it. He's going to start it. I fear it. I feel it. I feel it coming on. And it ain't just me. It's just, it's going to be another war. And it's United States of America. If he gets elected back to office, it's going to happen. If it gets 4 more years, Barack Obama will ruin this country. And white people will be in concentration camps. And if you don't believe white people can't be in concentration camps, people sadly mistaken. And just
see, the only reason why he knew that is because the people who built the concentration camps is the people who manufactured and put together the KKK. So he's right. White people are on their way to concentration camps. So I'm not going to try to refute what he's saying. Because y'all white asses are. You done sat around here. You took the black Yeshua, who was murdered by the same black people that my man was just talking about, how ignorant they are, that they still to this day want to worship Jesus. They can see our world crumbling around us. They can see concentration camps. They can see white people taking advantage of us. But the problem is this love that the black woman has for the white man makes her not see any wrong in him. And she's been enticed to overlook the violence as long as she can have money and materialism and all this freaky deaky sex that she's having. So he's shut her down. Out of everybody on the earth, the black woman has been shut down the most. And they all get mad when I tell them that, you know, look at me like I ain't shit, like I'm beneath the earth. But I see them with all these busters out there that don't do nothing but waste all their time. You know, good potential to be a good woman. They end up wanting to worship the white man. That's this guy right here. This KKK is Jesus. That's all to it. All you black women out there who want to hate me because of my honesty and because I'm out here sacrificing all my time to try to uplift us as a fallen humanity and bring us back to a nation of God potential people. And not just God potential, but people that is aware of their pure potentiality lying inside of their unique melanin, which is giving us our skin hue. Then we got our black women who want to look down on the black man that's not out here trying to work. If you're not trying to worship a white man or walk around with your pants sagging or all this stuff that they have identified the world to look at as if being a characteristic of us as black people, everything different than a God. So when I walk up and say, you know what, I'm not going to do that because I'm a God. I ain't going to be out here doing all that stupid stuff. And then I try to spread the knowledge that made me feel so high about myself to other people. They don't want to hear it. You know, they don't want to see the UFOs. They don't want to see the tanks. They don't want to see all the stuff that should be seen. But the thing about it is that whether you see it or not, your ass gonna feel it all. Because what this white man is saying about these concentration camps being made for white people, all you Jesus-loving white people, you get your ass up. You're gonna enjoy the concentration camps too. That's just all to it. Because it's just like what my man said. These people get a rush off of watching people suffer. And that's part of their MO, is to cause world suffering. That's why there's decadence and no food on the planet. And the food you do get ain't even good for you. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't sustain you. So yes, he's right. There is concentration camps here in America, and don't try to blame it on Barack Obama. He did not do it. Barack Obama is just a puppet for your uncle. Them white people is the people you should, and you shouldn't be mad at nobody, because the government is you. You sitting up talking about you upset with the American government, but the American government share the same freaking political opinion as you. Hate, hate, hate. That's all you melanin recessive white men know to do, because the true reality of your hatred is self-hate, because you know you should have been melanated, and since you're not, you're a freak. And you want everybody on the earth with melanin to worship your image as their God. And you know what? Fuck you, because I'm not going to do that. And everybody else out there in the world who think it's something wrong with me for feeling that way, guess what? Fuck you too. So that if I don't ever get a job, and if I never have money, and if I have to die lonely, and all the bullshit I'm going through right now, I'm willing to go through it. But so you can know it, I always get visits from, like that man just said, your loved ones that is your true soulmate will come and visit you through dimensions. And I know my girl always shows up, coming to my dream. And the other night, it was so weird. She came into my dream and was just talking to me, and everything she said to me, when I woke up, I forgot. But I tell you what she made perfectly clear to me. She said, I'm going to burn those motherfuckers up for what they did to you, because you didn't do anything but show divine energy to the both of them. And the only thing they did was hated you, hated on your youth looking. He hated your youth look. And the other young guy hated the fact that you look just as young as he do, even though you're 25 years older than him. And you out there fighting with him like you don't got no damn sense, but you found a lot about yourself. You could go out there at 52 years and do that stupid shit. Then, hey, somebody got your back. Believe that. And here's what the deal is. Your white ass is not going to be able to hold your age like that because of your absent melanocytes. And that's why you are a hateful ass KKK, because what you really hate is that your mother and your father did not have melanin in them. And that's the reason why you're going to say you hate Barack Obama, because he haven't done anything to this country that all the other white ass presidents have done. He acted just like them. So if you hate him, why don't you hate the other white ones? Well, because they're white. So the only reason you hate Barack Obama is because he's melanated. And we all know that. Because as far as following the same corrupt, go nowhere, stagnate everything, policies that this country has already implemented, he's did a better job than any other president I ever saw. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not really mad at him. I just wish that he would have never went in there, so it would still been stuck on white people. Because he could turn around and get some God energy inside of him and stand up to those white people and get a backbone and know the power that he got inside of him, and they all would die in their fucking sleep.
Solution to avoid this supposed impending storm is an all-white South, where all blacks, Hispanics, and Jews are banned, given someplace else, he says, to live in America. I want to make sure I understand you. If the goal is white separatism, separating the races, the only way to separate the...
See, here's the deal. When you have your white ass on soil of non-white people that you have stolen, and you want to separate the races, why don't y'all just go back to Europe? I mean, it's simple. All you KKK people who want to separate the races and don't want to be around black people, they have a whole country called Europe. That's where your ancestors came from and robbed and raped and pillaged everything over here. And that's why you're here now. So the hatred that you have inside of you is a part of your genetics. If you don't want to be around other people that's not white, why don't you take your ass someplace where all the money that's on earth is owned by you white people? So instead of you trying to wipe all white people off the earth completely so you won't have black people around you to show you your insufficient skin tone. Alright, that's what it's about. You hating being next to black people because we're a constant reminder to you of your albinism. So that hatred has turned you all into some murdering criminals. And that's what it's all about. I don't care how much you try to put it on your white Jesus and your stupid religion. The problem is you guys are so envy of our beautiful skin that you have done nothing to us since you've been on earth but destroyed us. And paybacks is a bitch. Know that. So don't sit up talking about with arrogance that all you want to do is separate the races. You know what you do? You take your ass somewhere, and all the people like you, go somewhere else. Don't think you got a right to go to the land of other people and murder them so you can be somewhere by yourself. Why don't all you crackers pack up and take your ass back to Europe, where you was at already, before you came over here and put us up in your bullshit?
Basis is using violence. You're not going to be able to just
There's
say
a-
nicely,
if
please leave.
if they will peacefully go, then yeah, but if they won't peacefully go, that's the only way is through violence, is through making them go. That's it.
So what he's saying is this: if it switched around and all y'all white people didn't have all the weapons and everything, and it was us black people that had it, and if you all would leave peacefully, like he said, if we all had all the guns and everything like y'all have, and we was denying y'all jobs and killing y'all and raping y'all women and brainwashing y'all children like you have done to us, and then we stepped back and said, well, if they would just leave, we wouldn't have to do all this shit to them. Look how foolish that is. This is the type of freaking doctrination that has been put in you Caucasian people's mind. And even when I sit here and point out to you the horrible things you've done through your religion and the reason why these UFOs are here and why the earth is going to burn y'all up, and everybody is going to get burned. Black, white, Puerto Rican, it don't matter. But the thing is, when you point out the fact that you people are the one who caused this decadence on the planet, walking your albino asses around here thinking you're better than everybody, and then to prove it or to have a privileged seat, to be synonymous with your foolish conceptualization, you kill other people. And then killing other people so you can be superior is nothing but just flat ass murder and theft. You can use fancy words to describe to canvas what you've done, all right? But what you have done since you've been on this earth is mass genocide and mass theft. That's all you've done, and a bunch of lies and deceit. And there's people like this little lost person right here.
Part of that.
That's the biggest cause of the problems on earth. White men.
Essentially.
The problem on earth right here.
His hero and predecessor was a convicted murderer and former head of the Mississippi White Knights. What do you think about Sam Bowers?
The greatest Klansman to ever live.
Well, Sam Bowers was accused and convicted of murder.
I don't
Well, so was Christopher Columbus, but they never got accused and convicted because they never had trial. So was George Washington. So was that Zimmerman fuck who just got off for killing a guy. All you white people have built nothing but karma, 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 bad negative karma on yourselves. That's all you've done. And no one has time to wait on karma to pay you back. So we have summoned the Federation here with our mental energy. And whether you guys like it or not, go ahead, keep worshiping Jesus. That's fine. It's just going to make it easier to deal with your ass. Because Jesus, if he was all the power that you wanted him to be, you never would have had to make all those guns and kill everybody. See, we know we had true gods and goddesses because we didn't go around the world on no rampage to enslave everyone, because our minds made us be able to perceive a strategy to provide and take care and feed for ourselves. You guys came up with a strategy to do that by murdering other people and stealing their wealth and enslaving them, which does not make you godly people. This makes you just like Christopher Columbus and everybody else in your freaking history that you made great. Nothing but freaking degenerate murderers and thieves. And he gonna sit there now after the lady tell him, the man was convicted of murder. Well, he was still the greatest Klansman ever lived. So what you're saying is that it's nothing out of pocket about a Klansman being a murderer. That's what y'all do. We all know that.
endorse murder.
What about other forms of violence?
I don't endorse murder.
I guess that means that other forms of violence may be okay.
You have to form your own opinion on that.
These words seem particularly ominous as the members line up, preparing to...
Look at their colors. All of the colors of the blue, the white, the red. See, all these is the colors that we see displayed in the sun. And these bastards are not sun people. Okay, they have no pigment, but they want to dress like a czar. Look at their czar hats. See? Look like the Pope.